That looks very interesting.
What's up YouTube, mate? Andy back again. Welcome to another video. We've had a long old layoff once again. It seems like I start every single video with some diatribe about how it's been a long time since I made a video, but once again that is true. There have been extenuating circumstances. There's been a lot going on in my world, a lot of work going on at the house, building work and yeah, all sorts. Anyway, I was inspired to make a video because one of my original YouTube friends, Retro Dave Nintendo, I don't know what you go by now, Dave. Is that still the name? I know you went to Pinball Dave for a while. I don't know. Anyway, Dave had been out of the YouTube game for a long time as well, and I saw he'd done a video the other day. And I had been talking to him on and off about doing another one myself. So this is the comeback for 8-Bit Andy. There is a really good reason actually for the video. So a new pinball has arrived. So as I mentioned earlier, we've been having building work done, and it's just meant everything pinball has been on the back burner, and I haven't had a game in the house for something like a year. I'm not sure. My last game was Mandalorian, which I sold to John, a friend of mine, and since then I've not had another pinball, and it's been, honestly, the first little while was okay, but I started to really miss pinball after a while. So fast forward to now, and all the building work is finished, and as the building work was drawing to a close, I started to think, is it time, let's start looking for a pinball machine. And I kept my eye on the forum, Pinball Info, and I kind of, I was following along with what was going on, all the new releases. It was really difficult for me not to buy Jaws because it's such a great theme to me, and it's an Elwin. I love Elwin, as some of you guys will know from previous videos and my multiple Jurassic Park purchases. So I was watching sort of pinball tick along, sort of living vicariously through other people's buys and things. Anyway, so we reached a stage where I could get a game. So when I was first into pinball, it was about, I don't even know how long ago it was, like 9 years ago, 8-9 years ago. A guy on the forum, Robot Greg, said, he was local to me, down in the southwest, and he said, if you ever want to play some games, I've got lots of games. Greg's got an amazing collection. And fast forward to now, and we're still mates, and I said to him, is it all right if I come around and play some of your pins, sort of thing? And he's always very accommodating. So I went around to Greg's, who's got, you name it, Jaws, Foo Fighters, Bond, everything, Kong, Godzilla, it's got a really cool collection. So I go around to Greg's, this is about 2 months ago, and I go in with the absolute certainty that I'm going to leave wanting Jaws. Now, I played quite a bit of Jaws there, I played a bit of Godzilla, which I played before but not loads. And I played a bit of Kong, which didn't quite click with me. Played some Foo Fighters and some Bond as well. Good games, especially I really like Foo Fighters, and I did initially look for one of those. Anyway, a couple of more weeks go by and I go back to Greg's because I can't settle and I can't find quite what I'm looking for in the second-hand market. And Greg's quite insistent, I'll go back on Kong. Anyway, long story short, I'll ramble on forever otherwise. Kong clicked suddenly. I started hitting some combos, and I realised how interesting the design is in Playfield. So many cool shots, and just for me as a layout, so much more interesting than Jaws. So I go in expecting, you're going to come out and want a Jaws. I leave wanting a Kong. So that's what we did. We bought a King Kong. Now I ended up getting it from David at Retro Arcade Specialist. I've been trying to get it through various distributors, and I rang David up and he was like, I can get you one, I'll get you one shipped over, sort of thing. And so yeah, brilliant, superb service from David, can't recommend it highly enough. My new game arrived yesterday. It is King Kong, and so that is my third new inbox. My first new inbox was Elwin's first game, Iron Maiden, which was a brilliant game, still is a brilliant game. My second new inbox was Jurassic Park, which is incredible. I think still probably my favourite pinball of all time, just a terrific game, amazing layout, amazing theme, you get the movie code on it, it's absolutely superb. And then my third new box is another Elwin, King Kong. So in the interim, I missed out. I did actually have an Avengers, that was the other, I didn't get a new box though. But the other two Elwin games that I was missing was Jaws and Godzilla. But I think having played them all to the limited extent that I have, I feel like Kong might be the best of the three. I don't know, is that controversial? I know Godzilla's obviously the #1 pin side rated game and all that. I don't know. Kong is awesome. It is so awesome. And it's only on code 0.8 something. So there's a load more to come, and it already feels like super fleshed out. So yeah, we've got a Kong, a new inbox Kong. What we're going to do today is show you around the game, give you an idea of the artwork, the playfield layout. I might, rather than doing a game, maybe I'll do a gameplay. I don't know, I was going to say I might edit together some combos and stuff and then do a proper gameplay later, because I'm quite inexperienced on it. This Kong that I've got here has only got, I think it's got like 11 plays on it or something. It really is brand new. So yeah, we'll do a full tour of the game. And yeah, I'll give you an idea of why I think Kong is so awesome. There's surprisingly little reviews of Kong on YouTube. There's quite a lot of gameplays, but not a lot of reviews. So maybe this will be helpful to some people. I don't know. So yeah, it's a Pro we got. We got a Pro. I felt with Kong, I know there's a lot of people that are kind of like, oh, you've got to get the premium. You know, must get the premium. But I think in Kong's instance, I think you'll find with the Pro, the premium's got a moving Kong who's got like a train that throws the balls onto the playfield. Kind of cool, but not necessary, not a necessity. Sorry. And the other main thing is the gong. Now I kind of think that is, that's borderline. Like, it's pretty cool. But is it an extra, whatever it is, £2 grand, £3 grand, cool? I would say probably not. So yeah, okay guys. Let's take a look over King Kong Pro. Okay guys, we are back. Right, let's start off by having a look at the side art. Now, the side art, the art in this game is by Zombie Yeti. Now, I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Zombie Yeti fan. It's not. I think his art's amazing. I just feel slightly like in terms of pinball that it's run its course a little bit. That said, this game does pop. Super like cool color scheme, and the art, he's an amazing artist. I just feel maybe Stern have sort of rinsed him a little bit, maybe. But it is a cool looking game. Now, I must say as well that the playfield looks really beautiful. I prefer the playfield to the cabinet. Let's have a real nice close look over it from the top to the bottom. So down here, so Data East made, I'm sure many of you know this, Data East made a King Kong pin in the early 90s, but it never went into full production. There were only ever 9 of them made, I believe. And this design here is lifted straight off it. So it's a cool homage to that game that never made it. And we finally got a King Kong pin. In terms of theme, King Kong, I think it's pretty cool. This is like Stern's own take on it. Yeah, and I think it works well. It works better than I thought it was going to. There's a certain sort of jungle Congo vibe about this game that, yeah, it works. They've done it, and it's kind of a hybrid between a sort of an original theme and an IP. So yeah, I really like it. So again, this is the Pro model. Now, for a Pro, I would say this game's pretty loaded. In terms of look how many wireforms and things you've got. Which give you so many interesting ball paths. There's nothing major missing in terms of shots. The only thing that is missing would be this guy here. Just like Jurassic Park, on that, the T-Rex is not animated. He doesn't grab the ball or anything on the Pro. It's the same thing. So on this one, you've got Kong here with just a flat plastic train. On the premium, you get an actual, moving Kong with a train cart that fills up with pinballs, and he throws them all over the playfield to start multi-ball, and he shifts around, does various things. It's a cool mech, but I would say very non-essential. As mentioned earlier, the gong shot is here. Now the gong on the premium is way better. It is much better. That's the big miss, really. But I mean, how big a miss? That your mileage may vary on that. The only other difference between the Pro and the premium is here on the magnet. On the premium LE, you've got a spider over the top of the magnet that grabs the ball when the magnet grabs it. This is there's a mod you can get for that if you want to. I don't like spiders, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, a super cool looking game, loaded game. I'll talk to you rules wise. I'm pretty new. I don't know everything. In fact, far from it. I'm still getting confused. But briefly, multi-balls on the magnet, 3 different ones. Kong multi-ball is started up the main ramp after knocking down these drop targets here. I love a drop target. There's 4 here. You get rewarded for sweeping them. And this 4 flipper game, so the left upper flipper up here, it's almost like a mini playfield, but not. It's really interesting. There's some great combos to be had coming out of this small flipper up that little ramp there, and you come back round to this flipper and you go up the biplane ramp. The flow is incredible in this game. There's a diverter over here, so you can choose whether to feed the ball here or here. The out lane, in lanes down here are completely different to normal. That will drain you, that will not. You can nudge to leap of faith it out of this back to safety. It's super cool. There's a shot behind the flipper into a scoop. Now the the right orbit up here past the upper right flipper feeds into this Kong banana area. And there's let me see if I can just get the camera in there. There's a kickback there. So the ball comes up here, boom, punches it back round. So the right orbit can feed the right upper flipper after a kickback. It's so awesome. Yeah, there's so much for me to discover on this game, and so many rules and shots and combinations that I just have not figured out yet. The modes in the game, lit by hitting blue shots, and then the gong scoop up here. I think there's probably 5 or 6 modes at the moment. They're pretty, they seem pretty interesting. Certainly a little bit more varied than, just hit the shots, hit the lit shots. Yeah, really good. Really, really impressive so far rules-wise. So what we'll do is, shall we have a game, or should we just hit a few shots and try and give you a sense of how it plays? Let's see. Let's get it set up and we'll see how we do. But yeah, that's an overview of King Kong. Yeah, Elwin just does interesting layouts, doesn't he? Like even his most maligned game, Avengers Infinity Quest. I mean, personally, I love that game. I think it's fantastic. But even that, it shoots like a dream. I mean, it shoots so much better than 90% of other pinballs. Yeah, absolutely superb designer. So, okay guys, yeah, let's get set up and play some pinball.
The year is 1933.
Right, okay, sorry for the crap setup, as ever. This is going to be really, really difficult, but hopefully we can just shoot a few shots, maybe get some combos going. This is not going to be a proper gameplay, more just a chance to show you some of the shots and, some of the sounds and stuff. Maybe we'll do a proper gameplay later on when we've got a slightly better setup. Jack Danger, this is not. So, yeah, one thing I'm actually not a fan of in this game is the skill shots. So the skill shots all kind of involve a gentle plunge, sort of a little chip out of here into sort of the out lanes or the magnet, or even up here, I think. Yeah, I prefer a full plunge and a bit of sort of power and excitement to keep going, but it is what it is. It's not a major concern. So, yeah. All right, so we got a +3 on the ball save, hitting the magnet, I think. Right, so we need blue shots to light the gong, and we need drops to light the Kong multi-ball, and we need magnets to light these multi-balls. That's the kind of very, very basics. There are also yellow arrows all over the place, which allow you to climb up the Empire State Building. Yeah, that's one of the cool things on the DMD. He's like sat up there and he climbs up as you play it. I don't know, it's little things, little details that you love about these things, right? Right, so. I'm a little bit perturbed on it. That's quite an easy shot and it's cool. It's cool. Right, so the gong's lit. Let's go for the drops. I think I need them again. Oh, I missed the diverter there. So up there's a diverter and you can stop the ball from coming down here and it falls onto the top flipper. You do that by hitting the action button. Right, so we've got 2 more drops. There they are. Oh. Right, so we've lit the lock on the middle ramp. That's 2 balls locked. So if we start the, so we're going to start the mode. Actually, I've got a feeling to start the multi-ball, you have to hit that shot again and then the right orbit. I'm so new to this, I'm sorry if this is shite. Let's try the middle shot again. Yeah, okay. So now we need the gong. Okay, so the gong, yeah, so there he is climbing up, as you can see. So the gong can be backhanded. Just not by me. Let's try that again. There we go, so gong backhanded. Right, so now we get to choose a mode. I don't know the modes well enough here, so to choose the best one to put with the multi-ball. One of them is like hit a lot of switches. Is it save and? I don't know, this could be a mistake, I don't know. Arrows light, and okay, so you hit the arrows, build up a jackpot, and then hit the gong. So I need that out right orbit to start my multi-ball, I believe. Okay, so blue shot. Right orbit, let's go! Boom, boom! Okay, good. So let's do King Kong multi-ball with that mode. So that mode was, what was it? Hit arrows and then gone, right? What do I need here? Oh, you need drop targets, I think. Right. Boom, boom, let's go. Oh. All right. At least we're hitting some shots, right?
Multi-ball collected.
Well, we fucked up the multi-ball, okay? Oh shit. Okay, you can't, it doesn't let you do that. We made a mess of the multi-ball. But we're not gonna let that get us down. I mean, am I wrong, guys? Look at the flow in this game, it's so good. This is a badass game. Again, I don't know what the modes do. Let's try Stegosaurus. Right, shoot lit arrows to...
Keep your distance and hit where it hurts.
Don't trust that center post, especially when it's not going to hit it. All right, so was that ball 1 or ball 2? All right, guys, you know what? We're going to leave it there because that ball was relatively interesting. It gave you a little flavour of some of the shots, some of the modes, and we did get the Kong multi-ball going. We got a few combos. Yeah, it was kind of cool, right? I hope so. And we're going to do a proper gameplay next time. I'll get a proper setup, and we'll see if we can put up a decent score on this game. But yeah, it's an awesome game. Elwin's done it again. I would say that. Elwin, he's done it again. He's a great designer, man. Like, I think if you're in a situation like me and you've got one game in your house, you kind of need something like this. You know, if you've got a load more, I think you can be a little bit more flexible in terms of what you get. But yeah, the shots, the depth of code, and as I say, we're only on 0.88, there's loads more stuff. I don't know, I think it's just crashed. That's promising. Okay, anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.